This episode of the Great Lakes Outdoors podcast is brought to you by
Migrate Ammunition, GK Calls, Gibraltar Boatyard, Point Malay Waterfowl Festival, Gibraltar Duck Hunters Association, Turtle Box. We'd like to give a special thanks to Brian Ellithorpe. Give him a follow on all social media.
We appreciate all the support. Now let's get to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Great Lakes Outdoors podcast. We got the knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone, Trav, in the house. What's going on, Trav?
It's going, man. It's the end of the week, and it feels like it should be the weekend.
Yeah, I feel that.
And it's not.
I'm exhausted today. I'm beat. Time change screws up everything for me anyway. It's just been nonstop with dinners and banquets and trying to do your own thing, and then for you with hockey and everything else, just I don't know, one thing after another.
You've had dinners the last 2 weekends, right?
What did I have? I had this past weekend. I had one. Was it last week? I think it was during the week, and then the one was the week before. It's like almost like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like anyway. It might not have been that, but yeah, it's been nonstop on top of work, and yeah, it's been crazy.
And to clarify, these are conservation duck hunting dinners to raise money for groups and stuff like that, not just him having to make dinner, you know.
No, you don't want that. Everybody be in the bathroom for that one. It was one NWTF one and then two local groups that, support like the local wetlands and give back to the community wise.
Yeah.
So, but still, it's busy. A lot of work. That's good though. Doing some shed hunting still. I don't know.
You're still finding them. Can't find anything, you know.
Well, you took the trip down. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So went down to Southern Ohio this past weekend. Was talked in to go down with a couple buddies. They've hunted down there last year. Were able to shoot a couple bucks down there. They wanted to go down, do some shed hunting, do some scouting. So as a way to try to get me to go down and hunt this fall, I went down, and let's just say I like my private land deer hunting better, where I can walk or drive my golf cart or whatever to the stand and not have to worry about all the hills. And I'm just not cut out for that public land stuff.
It looked like it was pretty rough on you, climbing up that one hill that you posted on the story, huffing and puffing.
Yeah, like it's a lot of hills, you know. Like if I would actually, I'm working out and stuff, so I mean, I think I'd be in better shape, you know, when we get towards fall. But it was rough. I mean, there's deer sign everywhere down there. I mean, it's awesome terrain. It's so beautiful, you know. Even in the shitty time right now we're in right now, it was just gorgeous. There was caves. It was super cool. But yeah, I like my private land better.
Did you see a lot of like sign from people, like other hunters down that way? Like, was there tree stands all over the place, like the state lands up here?
Yeah, I mean, we ran into 2 cell cameras that were still up. With one of them had a licking branch still in front of it. But we walked 10 miles and we saw 2 cell cameras in those 10 miles we walked. But then this is a small 10 mile peak, like 10 miles in I think it was like 10,000 acres of public land in one clump. So it was huge. And I mean, there was runs and scrapes and everything like that. It was kind of cool. We kind of traced the 2 guys' steps where they shot their deer at. We were able to find where they had skinned out their deer. We found their carcasses from the year before, and it's kind of cool, you know, talking about the hunting stories and having to pack out and talking about how they had to, you know, drop down the side of a cliff to get out. And I'm like, why didn't you just walk this way? And they're like, well, it was pitch black and we did not know where we were going. So it was you know, it was cool. It was good. It was a good sesh, that's for sure.
It's good for you though too, because I mean, you go up north, obviously, back to like your parents wise, but to get out and do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. If I had the equipment to do it, I mean, I probably had the equipment to do it and had the time to go down and actually hunt it, you know, in the peak time of season. Like, it'd be a no-brainer to go down there and do it. Just there's so much. I mean, it's Ohio, right? There's monster bucks in Ohio, especially in the hill country in southern Ohio. Let's just get in the time to go down there and make it worth the while to spend the money on the tags and stuff to go down there. It's just for me, it's not worth it.
I wonder. Yeah, the base like alone is like over $500, I believe it is. I think it's like seven. I mean, it might be over 700 even. I don't know. It's something outrageous though.
Yeah, and I think Ohio. I don't think you have to draw for a tag. I don't think. I think
I don't.
that's Iowa. I'm thinking of. But yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, I tell myself I don't want to travel to shoot something I can shoot here, even though down there it's, you're shooting different class deer for sure. But now it's to the point where it's just having the time to go down and do, especially for me in hockey, like my season's from October to, April, where that's deer season, right? October to November, December, right? Like it's hard for me to get a weekend to even make it work.
Right. Right. I wonder what the like comparison between Michigan State land and Ohio State land is, like the people wise population, I guess you want to say. I wonder how that's compared. Like I said, I feel like Michigan, you're side by side all the time with people.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, I mean, it's probably a whole different beast, during season with people putting stands up and stuff like that, and like actually being in season, having cameras up during that time frame. But I would say it's probably a little bit less, especially with just the terrain in southern Ohio. I mean, it's probably totally different, in the northern Ohio area where it's a little more flatter. But it takes a certain kind of person to want to work those hills, especially on public land.
That though, like the property that I had where I found the shed today at, it'd be cool just because like you get to like the thermals and stuff rising up and down from the bottoms and stuff, and really thinking about how you set your tree stand up so you're not like spotting yourself through the backdrop of it all, just setting it up the right way and using the hills to your advantage. Just that part would be cool. That was like my favorite part about turkey hunting that property, just how to move around it and get around certain ways. Compared to like flat land, it's obviously hard.
Well, and you got to think about it too. A lot of times those guys are going in the dark too. So if you're going into a new piece and you have no idea, you could go up into a tree and go, "What the heck am I doing?" So having that proper intel that we gain there to be able to put pins down and this is the tree we're going to put in this for this wind, and the tree we're going to put in for this wind is it's crucial going down there if you only have a couple days to hunt and can't scout when you're down there.
Get up while you can.
Yeah.
Do you do much stuff like preparation wise, even for like your property out back for this time of year for like whitetail? Like, do you have any plans up here?
Yeah, I mean, it's right now. I do a lot of burning right now because with everything being wet, and I try to do majority of my burning right now. And then in the next couple weeks when I do a big tree order. Last year I did a tree order, but then there might have been a fire that might have got out of hand and burned all my trees I planted for that year. So I am reordering trees to then plant again this spring.
I remember that, getting that call.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna replant those trees.
Start from scratch.
Start from scratch. I'm not happy it burned, but I want to put trees in totally different spots because my mindset has changed from wanting to make it a full dimension, like a fully functional for turkeys, whitetail, and waterfowl now to just turkeys and deer now. Just I had thought about it more and more, and just the work to make it into even close to being something that could support a waterfowl would be just, I just don't have the means to do it right now. So
you would definitely need some property for that.
What's that?
You definitely need some acreage for waterfowl wise.
Yeah, like, I mean, I was thinking about like, doing a pond and stuff like that back there, and just the time and the property itself can sustain a pond just to where I would want to put it at without a lot of time and money into it. So I've redesigned my tree ideas out there for this year, and I'm going to keep the fires away from the trees.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Just trial and error.
Yeah. I mean, right now too, I'm going out back and resetting the straps of trees or not resetting, loosening the straps from the season, just so I don't have to cut every single tree stand out of a tree. If you haven't done it yet, I would recommend doing that as well, just to save you some money.
I haven't done that. ever. I don't think. So I probably should.
All your straps are probably fully grown into trees. That's probably what it is.
Probably. Because every time I go out shed hunting, I try to find some different, I don't know, thoughts, ideas, new placements and stuff. But, especially with all the leaves off, you really get to see what's going on compared to, when you do it in the summertime, it's full foliage, obviously. So it looks like you're hidden, but you're not at all when the leaves are off.
Yeah, I mean, I almost hate walking out back right now because it's like we have so much time until deer season, so all my ideas are running through my head. Like, oh, I want to move this stand here, I want to move this blind here, I want to put a camera here, I want to put a licking branch right here. I want to change the food plot here, and it's like, dude, just chill out for a second, man.
That's the hard part, though, because you want to get it done. I mean, especially now because it's not 90 degrees outside. Because we want to raise that put a platform out there for the ground blind that we have, and then we wanted to do some work on the waterfowl blinds. But it's tough. I mean, just finding everybody that has the right time for it and lining everything up, it just gets a little difficult.
The thing right now too for me is like I say I have so much time, and then you're like, we got time. Then it's like all of a sudden it's
Right
September,
there.
October, and you're like, crap, I didn't do a single thing I wanted to do this year. So
That's the hard.
it's just picking little things off here and there to make sure you're on track for when it gets in the 90-degree temperature, and you can be like, okay, I can just go out to the lake and we can be fishing then instead of working on stuff.
That's what I don't know. I'm torn on like the tree stand that we hung. If I should move that because the one side's gonna be wheat this year, and the other side I think is gonna be beans. So I don't know if it'd even be worth having that stand there. But at the same time, I don't want to really move it just to put it up there again in the future. I guess I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean that spot's tough because I feel like it's a great spot, but it's a right in the morning spot or right at last light spot, just because how far you are out into the field from the woodlots.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a perfect storm spot. It's not like you're gonna see a ton of deer there just from where you're at,
Right.
but for them to be in range, it's just gonna have to be a perfect storm or a hot doe or something like that.
Right. I mean, I've seen deer out there, middle of the day, but yeah, it's like you said, it's got to be a perfect storm for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But how many sheds did you guys find down there? What did you guys find? Anything?
So
You guys went down there for how many days? Let's start off with that.
we did one full day, so that was when we walked the 10 miles,
Okay.
and then we woke up that morning. We walked like 2 miles or something like that the next morning before we left because we went down Friday night, got there, stayed the night, stayed there, did whatever, got up Saturday morning, hunted all day, and then got up Sunday and left. So that Sunday morning, we got up, had a good breakfast, and we're like, let's just go, just one last hurrah. And on the last, I would say quarter mile out, I had walked down a gully on a run because every run I was like, I'm gonna find a shed here. I'm gonna find a shed here, and
Right.
sure as shit, at the bottom of the hill, crossing a creek between the two hills, there's one laying right there. I was like, we didn't get caught.
Well, you found that deadhead the first day, right?
Yeah, we did find a deadhead in like the first 10 minutes of the
I
walk.
would say it seemed like it was like pretty quick when you found that.
Yeah, we'd found a 3-point deadhead.
So
Ethan, Ethan, one of the guys down there with us, he found a horse or skull out
Really?
in the middle of the woods, like out on public. I'm like, how the heck did this get here? And then Ben found another deadhead of a buck that already had dropped its antlers. So
that's best luck right there, though. Honestly,
yeah,
that depends like
it's
100%.
no, it's like, are you gotta be kidding me? And then we saw like 3 or 4 deer on the side of the road that had antlers still on it still. And we're like, dude, we should just stop and just cut them off and bring them back. Say we found more than we did. I couldn't get Ben to pull over and do it. But
I just was driving down the road to get here, and there was a buck on the side of the road with both sides on still. I couldn't believe. I mean, what is this? March 10th,
March 8th.
8th. So I mean, almost halfway through March, and it still has both sides on.
Yeah, I know someone posted in one of the whitetail pages, and he had a buck. It was like February 28th or something like that, and it had both sides on it still. I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now. That's why I'm not finding any sheds. That's my.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
And then I got a picture of a shed buck with both sides in front of my camera. I'm like, dude, where's your sheds at? Where's your
That's
sheds at?
I almost always wonder, like, with the sheds wise, like how many are actually dropped in the middle of, like, the cornfields and stuff that I'm like overlooking, or should I go, grid search the cornfields? But I feel like I'm gonna waste my time every single time.
And I tried doing that, and it's so boring. It really is. Like
Sure.
it is. Like you walk one straight line. Okay, I take 2 steps, another straight line, two
Right.
steps, another straight line. It's like I
In the
want to
corner
find a shed, but
field. It sucks. I mean, you're better off just with a dog, running the dog out there, honestly,
yeah,
hoping that it comes up with it.
yeah.
I don't know. I've been trying to get Glenn to come out because he sent his dog to shed training school this past year. So I'm trying to get him out, but it's like pulling teeth with him sometimes.
I know. Last time I talked to you, you said he was all about it coming out. So I'm surprised he
Yeah.
didn't.
I mean, he's got a lot going on. He went up north this weekend, and then with the show coming up this upcoming weekend and the turkey drop and everything, there's a bunch of stuff going on for him too. Everybody's busy. Even in the off season, it's so busy. Honestly, it's almost even busier.
Well, that's when stuff gets done, right? You know.
It sucks, like, because the season gets done and you're like, okay, I could rest a little bit. No, it's like still go mode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It sucks. I went out today. I found that one little 4-point side. It wasn't. I mean, it was a decent size shed, nothing too crazy. But as I'm walking out there, I don't know if you remember the second field where we shot a couple birds before at the valley. I was walking in between the second and the third field in the valley between it, and I looked out in front of me. I just kind of stopped for a second and just kind of was looking around with my binos, and there was like 3 or 4 big toms just walking through the woods, like a ways in front of me, and it just like ate me alive, knowing that we were able to hunt all of that, and now not so much. That property was like, I don't know, still one of my favorite pieces, honestly.
I think I don't know if we shed hunted that spot or if we turkey hunted it when I came down and videoed you for you that one time. But that
We
was
we
with
turkey hunted. It
the
was after,
field and having the river down the bottom. Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
yeah, yeah. It was that man. That was probably already like 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a couple years.
Yeah, because I think that was that opening weekend. Because we had that one hen at the other piece that like came into the decoy,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we went there.
We chased that one tom around for a while there. We saw it on the side of the road and there was a piece you could hunt, so we jumped out of the truck and tried to set up on it. Remember that?
No, we probably ran the other way like every other bird does for me. Heard me calling and takes off running.
Okay, Mister gets 12 birds a year.
It's I don't know. It gets tough every year, man. Honestly, everything changes. Like I drove around a little bit today, and 2 of the fields never got planted or disked. So it's just a bunch of tall weeds, and so that's going to change up some things this year. I mean, everything changes.
It was probably good for you to even see some birds because I feel like you haven't seen like nothing over there this year so far.
It's weird because even the spot that I thought for sure I would be having birds on camera already, I haven't had even a deer on camera. They seem to just pop up out of nowhere, like middle of March. They come up out of nowhere and they're there.
Yeah, this was. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Was it going to show it? Oh, it's
No.
not going to show it. Oh, you bastard! Oh, no, not going to show it. I had camera went off today at work and I looked at it and there was probably 15 or 16 turkeys on one of the cameras out back. I'm like, it's just like we talked about before. It's like it's crazy. I didn't see a single turkey this year deer hunting.
That's so.
And then they just show back up. It's crazy. It's so weird.
They're going to probably start splitting up here soon, I would assume. Slowly but surely, obviously. I don't know. But I use my shed hunting a lot, though, too, for, like, scouting. Like, hitting different properties, like shed hunting. And, I don't know, it kind of makes it fun, too, because you never know what you're going to find on properties that you don't deer hunt, and you only just turkey hunt, per se.
Yeah.
So you don't know what kind of sheds you're going to run into. And you kind of get to know the terrain, which I feel like is like pretty important, especially, hopping property to property. Why is that bird sitting in the woods? Well, come to find out there's a big, grass meadow in the middle of the woods that you didn't even know about. So understanding that and picking it up while you're shed. You might be looking for sheds, but you could also be using that as a scouting trip as well, I guess.
Well, and it's good too because a lot like birds are like right now there a lot of scratchings are taking place right now. I'm fine looking for food and stuff, so it's good to be out in the woods, getting your feet on the ground and seeing like there's turkey activity here. This is good to know. I didn't know they were actually in here. So
Right.
just it might be good for you for a mid morning, I mean a late morning or early afternoon hunt where you're like, okay, I know they're coming here during the middle of the day, so maybe I can set up in here and try to get at them if I can't get them off the roost, you know.
And I know they're probably going to move a lot still, even property wise as right now. But I mean, like you said, just kind of get an idea of what's going on out there. I mean, it's gonna like you said, it's gonna be here before you know it. I mean, we're about a month away ish, so it's coming.
Yeah, it's crazy to think.
It's nuts, man. It's just one thing after another. What are you like prepping yourself up besides like work wise? Do you do anything to get yourself ready for season? Like even like practicing your calls or whatever. Like, do you do any of that?
So I just thought about that the other day. I was like, man, I should probably get my diaphragm calls out of the basement and start working on those things or buy some new ones. So, yes, I do. What's that?
DK's coming out with some brand new turkey calls, so.
All right, well, if they get them to me before the season starts, I'll put those in. I'll use those. I was almost going to say something that I shouldn't have said.
They it sounds like he's trying to get them ready for the show this weekend. Sounds like.
All right, well, I'll expect a shipment when you head on over this in a couple days.
Well, you'll be there for the show.
Well, I won't be at the show.
Oh, I thought you were going to the show one of the days.
Oh, maybe I might take Connor up there. We'll
I
see.
don't know. But I could bring you a care package back. That's all right.
Yeah, but yeah, practicing. Just got my order in for some shells for this year because I used all my shells up last year.
Yeah, and the one bird. So they did your little like heel click or jump over a fence, like you said.
I jumped over the fence, yes, and I did use 2 shells to kill my bird. And a lot of my shells I did not fire. All right. I had 2 boxes over 2 years. Okay, 2 boxes. And I think I shot 3 of those 10 shells. So the 7 others went to someone else. And you might be able to imagine one of those people.
Ben.
I didn't say that.
I know that I did. Poor Ben.
Yeah. But yeah, so getting that, I mean, I don't do much scouting, really, to be honest with you. A lot of it's prior knowledge of it. So my scouting is doing just hunting, right? And like having the Hunt Proof app this year, right, is going to be super beneficial for guys like me that a lot of my scouting is done hunting itself, right?
Right.
So that'll be the perfect scouting for me with using that app.
Well, plus, I mean, even when you were up north, living back up there, you guys were like where you hunted at, right? It's like you were always driving by or seeing, like going in and out of town or whatever it may be. You were like seeing the birds out there. So you, like you said, you had prior knowledge. So you didn't really have to go out and scout like I do. Like, you know, I got to drive, 45 minutes away to an hour away. So I don't know what's going on besides what's in front of my camera. We all know just because it's not in front of your camera doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things where living where you hunt obviously is beneficial. Like you're still scouting without even knowing you're scouting wise.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like our scouting was sitting on the living room couch at my parents' house and looking across the field and seeing, oh, here comes the birds off their roost coming across the field, going over to our piece of property. Okay, here they come back at night, coming back to the roost, you know.
Right.
And here I use a lot of like earlier in the year I'll go out. So probably the next couple of weeks I'll probably go out, maybe sit once or twice, just to take a little beers out, sit out back and just listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to kill time and kind of scout a little bit, right? But last year I used heavily on cell cameras, which I've never in the past have used. So I'll probably do that again and get my cameras moved around to where I've had them in the past, where birds have been kind of near their roost, where they're hanging out, and just to get a mindset of where I can go opening morning and set up and not be able to bump those birds out of there.
Do you see that? I just had a talk with a guy at work the other day about that, about putting your camera, like, even for deer hunting, where you hunt at or where you think the deer bed at, perhaps, like, or, in a spot where you don't touch, let's say, because even though you don't hunt right there, I feel like it could be beneficial to just have a camera there so you know what's going on or where he's at or whatever it may be, I guess, for knowledge purposes. You don't need to know what's in front of the stand. I mean, yeah, obviously it helps. But while you're hunting, it would also help if you had a camera, in like a low spot per se.
Yeah, I mean, I think getting all the knowledge you can possibly get is going to be beneficial. Like for me, for deer hunting, I have them set out on the outskirts of the bedding, right? Like on where they're coming out of the cattails, where they're coming out of the pines, the thick areas.
Transition
That's
spot.
where what's that?
The transition spots.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. Like, just I don't really want to be in there, because a lot of those spots I can't hunt because they're on different pieces of property. So I mean, it might be different if it was on my property. I might have them in there. I'd probably have a stand in there, to be honest with you, for like go in like early afternoon, like a hunt, like not go in the morning, go out at like 11 o'clock when I know they're out of there and go sit. That's probably what I would do. I'd probably actually have a stand in there,
Yeah, I mean, it's the cell cameras are nice having out there. Like I moved one tonight to the turkey spot, and then like I mentioned a while ago, I moved one already. That's just been getting pictures of geese in the flooded spots in the field. I got a couple more to move, but I don't know. It's nice to kind of put those cameras where, either where you can't see from the road, or it's hard to see, like maybe a busy road where you can't slow down, or tucked away where way back in the woods somewhere, like you said, like where they're roosted at and they're coming down. I don't know. It's just nice to have that knowledge of it all, like we were saying.
Yeah, I mean, like, and that's the perfect thing for cell cameras, right? It's like you can put them in a spot, especially some of those cameras now with the solar stuff, the solar panels, or you can get a bigger battery, and you could put that camera in there before season and not touch that thing the entire year. So there's no sending you in there. That camera's just there. And that's one of the awesome things about it. But I mean, there was something for me where when you had an SD card, and you had to go out and get it, like it was like Christmas morning, right? Like you go out, you're like, I don't know what showed up. Let's go see it. And then you go out and get it. Now it's just like, oh, boop, pops on my phone. Cool. Boop, done.
That was like a good spot. Or like go there in the morning before you hit the tree stand, get the SD card and flip through the camera and see
the good old days.
Yeah. For me, the good old days was just looking at like the same 3 does that were coming through, and that was about it. Maybe a buck here and there. But,
or winging one over its back,
Done that a couple times.
Yeah, haven't we all?
That's another thing too. I got to get that ready. The boat for the strings and everything redone on my bow. I said that I think last.
You've been talking a lot of game about wanting to shoot your bow this year, so you better.
I have.
You better.
I know. I don't know.
I've been talking about shooting a turkey with a bow this year, so I need to start shooting my bow again.
It'd be tough, man. It'd be tough. I mean, that's the thing too. Would you use a blind at that point?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it would be too tough. I feel like on the ground, unless you have like a big tree to hide behind. It'd be the only way.
I mean, I already know where I'm going to put the 2 blinds at, so it's not. I mean, because I have 2 of them. Of course, that's why I said 2, but I know where I want to put the blinds at already, just from the past years of hunting them. I know exactly where they're going to be. I know where I could get birds in range to shoot them. It's just make it happen, that morning, and not shaking so bad I fling it a mile over its back and bury it in a cornfield that I can never find the arrow again.
Better not tell me about it. That's all I gotta say.
It'll be on film, so it'll go on TikTok and get 100 views, and and that's it.
I'll get more than that, maybe a 102 or something. That's what I don't know, maybe a week or 2 before I'll throw a blind or 2 out. I like to have some sort of setup on some properties, but like last year there was a couple of hunts where we went out there that morning and set the blinds up. I mean, not that it really matters for turkey hunting, but I'd like to have a couple blinds set up out on properties that are just stationary, I guess, make it easy, depending on who's going out or whatever.
So I mean, so I feel like there's a difference between deer and turkeys with blinds, but for turkeys, are you brushing in your ground blinds, or are you just leaving them just
I
natural?
leave them, yeah, just as is. Like last year when we had like those 12 toms come running in or whatever it was.
Hmm.
Uh, we set that blind up that morning next to a tree out in the middle of a field, and they come running in like nobody's business.
Tur-
No brush, no nothing.
turkeys are so stupid, but so smart at the same time.
Yes, they are. That's why I get so upset about it all, because you hunt them all day and they run you all over the place, but then you see them pecking at a window when you're leaving or something. It's just stupid.
Or the guy that shoots at one tom and the other tom won't leave the other tom, and he like
Yeah,
shoots the tom away. I'm like, what? What?
that's remember what was that? 3 years ago was it? I had me and my dad were
That's
chasing the
the
one
Jakes,
bird.
right? That was the Jakes, right?
No, we were chasing this one time around, and then I think it was the last day of season. I went out there, and he had to go back to work that day. Like within 20 minutes, four of them come running down the hill 4 times. Didn't even know there was 4 times on this property. Come running in. I shoot one, and I actually had to stand up and walk like 15 steps into the field for the 3 to run away. Like they just would not leave the other bird. And then we were chasing them for I don't know how long. I mean, probably close to a month long. We were chasing this bird. I mean, not like every day, obviously, but here and there when the opportunity was right. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're frustrating.
Was that your double beard?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I seen that bird like opening weekend, and you could tell it was pretty distinct the split in the beard. And then I ended up getting them. I think it was the last day of season. Yeah, that was crazy, crazy. There's something special though too about killing a bird by yourself. I mean, it's always nice to have somebody there with you, obviously, but to have a bird and just do it all like by yourself the whole time. I mean, I've only done it twice, I think, but there's something definitely special about it.
For me, it's like, holy crap, I can kill a bird by
Yeah,
myself.
I'm not as bad as I thought I was. I can actually do this right now.
Yeah, my dad and I we chased this bird around all morning. I think this was, oh man, like 6 years ago or something like that. We chased this bird around all morning, couldn't find it, and like growing up for us turkey hunting, it was you hunt hour, 2 hours in the morning, and if nothing's going,
You're
you're
done.
done. You're like, or if like you go out in the morning and nothing happens, right back to bed. It's just like it was like, oh, that's this kind of turkey hunting what we did. And so the one where we chased this bird, it was probably hour and a half, 2 hours, like at max. Like it might have been a lot less than that, just but it felt like that just because of the
Right.
points in time where that bird was getting close and never came in. So we got back to the house. My dad's like, all right, we're done, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go just go back out and give one more call in this one spot where I think he might be coming to.
Right.
And I like get out of the truck. I grab the box call, leave my gun unloaded in the truck because I had no expectation of this bird coming. I walk to the edge of this opening because there's a woods along the road with a field. So I walk through this trail to the edge to the field. I go "Boop," and I look to my right and he's full strut,
Oh,
full fanned out, like maybe 70 yards
oh,
away from me, and I freaking haul ass back to my truck, loaded my gun, and I'm like, he's gobbling his head off. Like I'm not calling, he's gobbling, gobbling, coming. And I'm like, shit, I can't move. So I literally just sat down at like my wheel of my truck, and the turkey just walked right into the trail. Boom, dropped him right there. I'm like,
the easiest. What
that's just that easy. It's just that
if,
easy.
if you get a bird fired up midday? Odds are he's probably going to be coming.
Yeah, like it was one of the craziest things. Like it was just like, did this
That's
just happen right now?
yeah,
It happened within like a 10 minutes window of me going, oh my god, and just like running back, throwing 3 shells in my gun, and running and just going like, I can't go anywhere. Sit down and pray he doesn't keep going,
That's crazy. Those are like the best hunts, though. Just like a pop up out of nowhere hunt, though. Like low expectations, and then obviously it doesn't always end up like that, but
Yeah.
when it does, it's awesome.
No, and like this year, like you said, times did take 2 shots for me to shoot my bird this year. And my first thought that went through my head when I got back with the bird was, I'm so glad I can call Kyle and say I shot and harvested this bird, and not that I shot twice and missed him twice as he's running across the field. Because more than likely, if I wouldn't have hit him with the second shot, there would have been a third shot that would have went out.
That was a poke, right? That second shot.
I mean, it was all of 70, 80.
Jesus.
Like it was a long shot.
Jesus, that one BB, that one BB.
Yeah, like that TSS does work. I mean, I do not recommend shooting a bird at 70 yards, but
Right in the heat of the moment, like you're.
in a pinch, it works.
That's I'm excited about the new load this year with
The hybrid.
the hybrids, the lead
Yeah.
and tungsten. I'm excited about that just to see what that does. The TSS, I don't know. It's like the guy that posted on our social media the other day about like the decoys. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
There was a guy that commented on that turkey post that I did, and he's like, "Throw away or burn your decoys. Decoys are used for duck hunting only." And then I commented back, which I probably shouldn't have, but I said, "I appreciate you telling people how to hunt." Like a lot of people talk down upon TSS. Like you said, it's got its time and its place. Don't recommend it most of the time, but there's so many people out turkey hunting where it's such a, I don't know, divided. Like if you don't use a sub gauge or use decoys, like you're not a true turkey hunter. And I don't know. As soon as you say TSS, some people freak out about it.
Well, because they know it's like someone using a crossbow, right?
Yeah,
Like
for
a
sure.
TSS load on paper, you can shoot a lot farther,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
on paper, you could still shoot a regular with a normal turkey load at that distance. It just takes one BB.
That's
If you practice, right?
yeah.
I mean, like some guys with a compound bow can shoot at 100 yards. Are we bashing them? I know it's like, oh, sweet, you can shoot at 100 yards with a compound bow. I know it's totally different, right? But it's like, but in the same time, we're not using the TSS loads to shoot at 70 yards, even though I shot at 70 yards. But
It
my
wasn't
whole
your
intention, it wasn't my intention,
right.
right?
I don't know. It's crazy. Like even hearing stories like from NWTF, how people are so, I don't know, one sided about turkey hunting. I thought waterfowl was bad, but turkey hunting's getting just as bad with it all, especially with the whole decoy thing. I don't know. I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah, I mean, people got to bitch about something. Some people are just
They do.
are mean people. They want I mean, they're unhappy people, and they want you to be unhappy. So they're gonna rain upon your success or other people's successes that they've had. And as a hunter, you can use whatever. I mean, if it's legal, use it, right?
I mean, yeah. I
To
mean,
each their own.
if you're happy with what the outcome is, yeah. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you're happy with that 4 point legal,
Throw 20 turkey decoys out there. I don't care.
I
Match
should
the flock.
I should throw like a pair of geese out there with my turkey decoys this year. Because there's always geese out in the field, like a pair somewhere out in the field, especially by like a little like flooded little spot or something. There's always geese out there.
Well, I mean, this year for your one of your goose hunts, you had a buck decoy out in the field.
What?
Yeah,
What are you talking
you
about?
did. You did.
A goose hunt?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I put it on the talk, and someone said, "Did you have any bucks come into this?" Let me go back and look. I'm gonna find it.
I don't remember that.
I'm gonna find it right now.
Well, you're not gonna be able to show me on here.
I'm gonna show you.
Well, it's not gonna.
I'm gonna
Okay.
show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
What did I drop $1 in the field or something?
This one here. On to late season. Was this the one? Nope, that's not it.
I had a buck in my goose spread.
I swear to the Lord that you did. And Did you have any bucks come up to your decoy? Yeah. Where is it at in this video? Where is it at? Where is it at? Yeah. Yeah, you did.
I can't see nothing. I told you, I can't see nothing still.
Look. You can see that. You can see that. Don't you do it, logo. Don't you do it, logo. There it is. There it is. You saw it.
Did you put that in there or something?
That was one of your hunts.
I do not remember that. I'm gonna have to go on our TikTok and check that out. I feel like you're messing with me right now.
I swear, man. You sent me the video, unless you're joking with me. But you look like you banged a couple geese in front of it. So
I have no idea right now. Was there snow on the ground?
yeah, it was in December. It was like season. See if I can pull up the exact date you sent it to me. Going the wrong way? Yes, I am. Is this from this year?
I don't
It might
know.
have been from a previous season.
I don't know. Send it to me on TikTok because I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know. I don't know what that. I just bought the buck decoy this year. Well, later.
Okay, we'll dig with it later. Yeah.
I have no
There's
idea.
that. And I have no idea what we were talking about. All I know is that you killed geese over a buck decoy.
I guess I did. I don't know. I'm so thrown off by that right now. I'm gonna have to. I don't know.
It was about, I don't remember what it was
Turkey
about.
decoy or something. I
Turkey
don't know.
decoys, yeah.
I'm just confused about that whole situation right now. Why or when that would even have been.
I don't know, man. It was your video you sent to me. You did it. It was successful. You can kill geese over a buck decoy. Heard it here first.
What do you? Have you put any more thoughts into the turkey tags this year?
No, I mean, I'm probably gonna do like so. I guess so.
Like the e tag wise.
Yes.
You know what I heard?
So, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I heard from a guy at work that he was told, I believe by the DNR, if you buy an e-tag, just to put duct tape around the turkey's leg to, like, something along those lines. And I'm just thinking to myself, like,
That does not seem true.
what in the world is this all coming to right now? I don't know, but the e-tag has just been
I
throwing
think
me
that
off.
guy's lying to you.
He might be.
To put duct tape around the turkey's leg?
I don't.
You believed him? Dude.
I don't know.
What if they put electrical tape around the leg? Is it that they get in trouble for that?
No, that's probably the same thing. Well, I'm saying like as transportation wise or something. I don't know. I don't know what he was talking about. I heard it through somebody else that he said that. I'll have to get more information about that. But I just been thinking about the e tag, and I don't know if it's just me because I like putting the tag on the bird itself, or if it's just the change of it all. I've been having mixed emotions about e tags for turkeys, especially like transportation wise.
Sorry, I was looking up to see if you're the tape thing.
I think it was just like to it wasn't like it was just to like identify your bird, I guess, if that makes sense. Like it's not like your your tape is like your tag, but it's just to identify your bird.
Okay. So it says when using an e-tag for turkey hunting in states like Michigan, you must immediately validate on the Harvest app, then physically create a attached durable tag to the turkey's leg.
So that would be like your tag then, right? They're saying?
Yeah, so you must create something, so it must give you like a confirmation number or something. And so that's where this would be handwritten, waterproof tag, often using duct tape. So, I mean,
But isn't that wild to you though too? Like that, like we're not gonna sell tags, but you still got to tag your bird.
Yeah, so it's a license number, date of harvest, and a validation number. So,
Isn't that weird?
yeah, I'm just gonna buy a tag.
Yeah, for sure. Or print it off at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, or I'm gonna carry a roll of duct tape and a permanent marker.
Sharpie?
In my bag.
Well, you better laminate it so the Sharpie doesn't wear off after it rains. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I like the harvest report. I do like that part of it all, but like just the e-tag part is just kind of strange to me.
Yeah, I love. I think the harvest reports are awesome. I'm one of the people that are for mandatory checking in your birds and stuff like that. Because I was talking to some guy, and he was like, before how they did it, like for certain species, like they would, use a helicopter. I mean, use a plane, fly over top of it. They would make a guesstimation on it,
Right. I
right?
have no idea.
Or in some cases, they would go and they would walk through the woods and they would find scat, so turkey scat, deer scat, and that's how they would make their numbers up.
Which is insane.
And so, like for deer, for instance, like the DNR was claiming that we were shooting X amount of deer, and when this first mandatory report came in, was it 2 years ago now? It was tens of thousands below of what they were saying that Michigan hunters were shooting. So it's crazy to see that difference of like what the DNR is putting out there and then what's actually from what these reports are showing. So in the return, that's hopefully going to benefit the hunters that we're getting exact numbers, for these certain areas.
So what's true and what's not true? I mean, are we losing? I mean, yeah, obviously you could look at like the sales of tags, but that's crazy. Like they never really knew the actual harvest report of it all. I don't know.
Unless you filled out that paper copy that the DNR would send you, which I
Right,
think
right.
I've done that like twice in whatever years we've gotten it, just because it's just a pain to do. Not really a pain, just a annoyance, you know. So having it where you can just go right on your phone and go boop 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 and be done with it, and then actually have exact numbers to where then hopefully can help push funds or do things that will help benefit those animals.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it for sure for it, especially getting more of an understanding on numbers in the state. Because I mean, I remember like hearing stories about like no matter where you were, you had a draw for it. Like it was a draw for a turkey tag. So who knows? It might go back to that in some locations. Who knows what's going to happen? But even if it does go back to that, it sucks. But at the same time, it's for a reason, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I've said before in other podcasts, like if not hunting helps benefit the animal because I love that animal so much, I would not hunt to hopefully help make it so my kids and grandkids can be able to hunt one day those animals. So
Right.
if this turkey report says we have to go back and do draws or do whatever, I mean, but I don't think it's going to show that. I think it's going to show that we have way more turkeys than we think, and it's going to be fighting off having to do
The two birds.
two birds. I think that's what it's going to be.
Man, I hope not. And I know some people are for it, but it almost gets to a point of like the greediness of it all. Like don't waste your resource just because you think you have enough. But it might go county wise though too. So I mean, it depends. You know what I mean? It might go county where I know up north there's a ton of birds up there, but down here there's not as many. Obviously, I mean there's a lot, but there's not as many as up north. Like in the area where we go, it might be good for two birds in certain locations, I guess.
But you say two birds in the spring, but then there's a fall season too. So in some cases,
Right.
3 birds are getting shot off a property, or an area.
Yeah,
And
which I'm sure
people do that.
I'm sure they'll look at it.
Yeah.
If you had to choose, if you got a fall tag, which I've never got one, but if you had to choose, would you go for a hen or a tom? Like what would you go for?
Whatever the first bird I saw.
No, I mean I was just genuinely curious. I mean, some people, take out some hens because they got a ton of. You know what I mean? I just curious.
So for me, I don't know enough about the hen to tom ratio to be able to say, yeah, we got to start shooting some hens. But if a hen were to walk in front of me in the fall,
She's getting it.
she gonna get it.
Well, because if you think about it, I mean, how many years have gone by? I mean, I don't know if you know how exactly like the amount of turkeys that you've shot, but every year, like let's say every year you've shot a turkey, that hen is like if you could have shot a hen in the springtime, like it's living still. So obviously there's a lot more hens than toms. Depending, I guess if like the nest gets raided or whatever. I guess that's
Yeah,
an
and how
option.
harsh the winters are if they got too curious with the road. I mean, I'm starting to see a ton of birds getting hit on the road right now. I
Yeah.
think on my drive back, I saw 4 birds down the side of the road, which that was insane
Hmm.
already this early. But
I've been seeing a lot of coyotes though too lately. I know it's like the breeding time and stuff, but I've been seeing a lot of dogs out too.
yeah,
And what do you think? You think the numbers have been even for deer hunt wise or deer numbers? Do you think the numbers went down at all since they closed the season? I mean, it's open now. It's been open, but when they had the season down for coyotes, do you think you've seen less numbers for deer and turkey?
I mean, it's tough to say for me with being so fresh on this property, but I would say yes. Just when that one year, then when they did close down
Mm-hmm.
coyote season, like I was seeing dogs everywhere. Like I'd never had a coyote come running into a turkey call before, but then the one spring I had three coyotes coming in, you know, to a
Yeah.
turkey call. I never saw a decline in the turkeys as much as I thought. For my piece here, I did see a decline in deer, but that's just from a pre 1 year of being on the property, so I don't have great extent intel on that. For my parents, my parents could afford to lose 10,
Some deer.
20 deer and still be fine with it. So, um,
Well, maybe that's what a lot of that it came down to too, like just a high populated area of deer. You know, you could afford to lose a handful and still see 100 a night or whatever it is. Because I don't think I really seen a difference that I know of. Because I've even seen like turkeys fend off coyotes before. You know, so like I've
yeah,
seen that happen. I don't know. I think I've really seen too much, but I know coyote hunting's getting more popular now. But I guess you almost got to look at it too, where it's not that people were just going rampage like with all the coyotes on every single piece available out there. Like you know, it was a select few people were only allowed on select pieces. So I mean, was there really even a fluctuation with numbers? I don't know.
I mean, and I've heard from people like coyotes are like when one coyote gets killed or whatever, like the
Yeah.
female dog what can breed another pup to not breed, but like birth
Mm,
another pup to then fill out that the pack, you know. So it's like you could shoot. There's 20 in a pack. You shoot 18 of them. You know, like they're gonna have a massive, next litter of pups. You know. So
I think the same way. I think
what's that?
raccoons. I think they're the same way.
Yeah. So it's yeah.
It's hit
I don't
or
know.
miss.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss. I don't know. We got well, I got the show this weekend. Hopefully you're able to make it.
Yeah, I'll probably come up for a little bit at least. I'll probably bring Connor up and let him walk around and chit chat with you guys. And you said you're bringing up someone, so
Yeah. And then obviously I think Jack and Paul will be over there at the booth too, so we'll have a handful of guys talking waterfowl and turkey and I don't know, slowly getting getting in the swing of things for turkey season. Starting to scout a little bit more, roosting birds. I don't know. There's a lot to do still.
yeah. And speaking of turkeys, we got some new stuff coming out for merch. I know we've been
Mm-hmm.
saying that a lot. We've been saying new merch, new merch. You have not seen new merch. I promise you, this is on me. If you don't see something by the end of the week, as of Monday, March 9th, if
Hmm.
you don't see anything new, you message me directly.
By this upcoming week, so like this is dropping Monday.
It's dropping Monday, March 9th.
So by Sun-
So if you don't see anything by Sunday, if you don't see anything by Friday, then
wow,
something's wrong. If you don't see anything by Thursday, I think something's wrong. Hopefully you
wow.
see this. Hopefully you see something tomorrow. All
Hopefully,
right. Hopefully.
then there'll
Hopefully.
be but a select amount, like a certain amount.
Yep. So we're dropping. So we have a turkey turkey line coming out, turkey t-shirt, pretty sweet, say so myself. And we also have a walleye, Detroit River walleye shirt coming out. Walleye season's coming up. I know we didn't talk about it much, but maybe for the next pod we can talk about that. But we have a Detroit River walleye t-shirt coming out as well. Select few. I think we're going to maybe go 50 shirts. So they're going to go quick. They're sweet. I'm definitely going to get maybe one or two. So there's 48. I know Kyle's going to get a couple. There's 46. So you got 46 shirts. All right. Make sure you get on it.
That's for sure. Well, hopefully by this week, by the next podcast, we'll be talking about it.
Yes, yes.
Well, if Trav doesn't, then we're all going to boycott him and go from there.
Yeah, kick me out of the group, I think. I mean, that's the next step. Next.
So, well, I appreciate everybody tuning in on this week's podcast, and hopefully we're not boycotting Trav out on the next one.
Free Travis.
So, yeah. So we'll see you guys in the next one, and appreciate you joining in on this week's podcast.
See you guys.